All right, here we are again, another problem that I figured I should put on the internet for people, just because I went searching and I found 0 results. So I figured, oh, well, if I found 0 results, then probably everybody else is having 0 results. So I have an LS tractor, MT3 series 50E. Had a customer call saying that he had an issue with a warning light on the dash. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. And then a S29 F31, the tractor would go into limp mode. The throttle position would go to wacky things. He took the tractor to the dealer he bought it from, and they had said, oh, well, it's a throttle position sensor. Now, if you Google S29 F31, they say that it's this throttle position sensor, and most dealers just replace it, and a lot of them have replaced it under warranty, and apparently that quote-unquote fixes the issue. Well, this guy has been struggling and struggling, took it there, which, by the way, it's like a 3-hour round trip, or 2 or 3 hours each way to where the dealer is for this thing. So it's been costing him a ton of money, and came back, and it was having the same exact issue. And now this video is not about how to solve the problem for that code, but it's just kind of the reason I wanted to make the video is because I said, well, how do you plug into this thing? Because I never really plugged into an LS tractor before out of all the things I normally work on. And the solution that I found on the internet was absolutely nothing. Nobody, not a single person on the internet had an answer as to how to plug into this guy. So the answer is, if you have a diesel power laptop, which is what I have over there, as much as I hate diesel power laptops, I decided to poke around with it, and it kind of gave me halfway there, and I think it'll work for today, but it still sucks. Anyway, so you have an ODB 2 port. I think it's a J2543 protocol. I don't know why, but on the laptop it comes up as a J1939, whatever. So anyway, I plugged that guy in, I turned the key on. This code on the dash, by the way, when I first got here this morning, it immediately, with the tractor cold, was throwing the code, and then it would intermittently work just fine. It would have dead throttle, it would have erratic throttle, then it would work just fine. So to replicate the code that you have up there, what I did is I unplugged the sensor, the throttle position sensor, that was just replaced by the dealer like a month or 2 ago, and you're still having this issue intermittently. Now, if you go over to laptop, I just go in and I did a OHW standard protocol. Oops, just touchscreen, I forgot. And you have the code there for 29 accelerator position 2. So, like I said, this video is not about how to solve the problem. It's just about if you wanted to plug into a tractor and see, like, I got no throttle and I got that code, F31. I'm gonna plug this guy back in. No codes anymore. So it works just fine right now. I don't know why, but on the screen you have your throttle position code, and then you have, let me actually go like this. You've got 30% throttle, and I'm just going to show you around. You got your RPM, you've got your, so this one is not correct, and it only shows up as a remote. So there is no remote, there is no score, there is no other throttle position sensors. So I think it's just pumped into that, and the 100% just means it's disconnected. Let's see. You know, fuel rates, turbocharger pressures, engine intake manifold temperature, exhaust gas temperatures, not available, pressure, engine air intake temperature. Now, one of the funny things is this thing reads engine oil temperature 1, -39, which probably means it's not, there is no temperature plugged into the harness, so it's just going to read a flat line. Fucker. And then after treatment differential pressure. And then I'm gonna go here because I have the sensor plugged in. I bet you if I closed all this and came back, it would be, there wouldn't be a code there. I'm just gonna clear it. Just gonna close this guy. Do. Come on, Betsy. Okay. So obviously, there's a couple of videos on my channel where I run into a problem. I can't find anybody on the internet that has the same issue. I find something, and then I make a video about it, and it seems to help somebody out. So, like I said, I did so much research, so much Googling. I was watching videos in Indian languages and Chinese and shit, and I couldn't find anything for how to plug into an LS tractor. And so here you go. There is a way. And apparently there's a small handheld scanner you can get, which is just ODB2. I don't know how good it is or what it does. But here's what I've got. Here's what I can do. And come on now. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty primitive. It doesn't really tell you anything. It doesn't, you know, like if you go into, actually I'll show you. So if you go into John Deere or anything else, you get tons of settings, of activation tests, protocols, all that kind of shit. So like normally you would go to diagnosis, you go to ag, you go to LS, and you go LS Mtron. And then you have MT5 series and H series. So this is obviously an MT3. Don't know what to tell you there, but if you go to MT5 and you go to Mitsubishi, it'll work, but it doesn't show you all the correct data. That's why I kind of went to, let's see if I can cancel this guy. Anyway. This didn't show me the correct information. It had a bunch of dead spots in the info and it never showed me error codes. So what I did is I just went to main menu, OHW, come on, OBD. Confirm. And then eventually it loaded. So that's kind of what I did. No fault codes. There's your live data. Anyway, that's what I got.